NVIDIA showed off its new DLSS 3 acceleration with two new titles this week, Stalker 2 and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2014. Two of the most demanding games out there right now, announcing 600 more games and applications featuring RTX technologies. And each week new games are being added with NVIDIA Reflex, DLSS, and more, delivering the definitive PC experience for GeForce RTX players. This week, industry giant 4.0, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2014, and Stalker 2 all launch with day one DLSS 3 support. Proton users can now use the DLSS 3 frame generation on Linux to accelerate performance in Proton compatible games also. And let me just say, I'm super excited because today Stalker 2 comes out. This has been a highly anticipated game. I mean, it's taken the team over at GSC World 13 years to make this game. It got announced back in 2010, then canceled 2 years later in 2012, but then came back in 2018 and has been worked on ever since, only to finally release today alongside Xbox Game Pass 2. So it'll be free for us Game Pass players. And I gotta say, the one thing that makes the game shine is the graphics. Stalker 2 has been having so much support lately because of how horrifying the game looks. We all love those post-apocalyptic games. A lot of people like to compare this to Metro or Fallout, but I think the game shines in its own way. The original was a classic. We all love the atmosphere, the mystery, the misery the characters go through. These type of games, the graphics are just a cherry on top, and it's no wonder NVIDIA decided to use this game to show off their new software. Although the game looks amazing, some people do disagree, complaining about stuttering right before the game's launch. Gameplay finally surfaced 24 hours before its release, and people are already calling the game a flop, with some users breaking down minimum requirements for the community and getting banned in community forums for criticizing the game ahead of release. It's all just a mess. Some people felt like the specs the game was offering didn't sit right with them, saying that you would need to run DLSS in order to get stable frame rate on Stalker 2. But they banned this guy because apparently he was spreading fake information about the company, when he was just trying to let people know that if you have a really good PC, it doesn't matter, because either way everybody's gonna have to run it with DLSS, saying it's just another Unreal Engine 5 sloppy flop, half-baked game. They tried to shrug it off that it was a new moderator that accidentally banned him, but I don't know, with all this promotion and DLSS and NVIDIA, I feel like it was intentional or a misunderstanding. But hey, at least they unbanned him. Still, what he's saying is getting the attention of a lot of people in the community. Not saying the game's gonna be a flop, I don't think it is. Personally, I believe everyone should give this game a chance. I mean, it's gone through a lot. The studio themselves lost one of their best due to IRL events. Vladimir Yezov, the voice actor and game designer for Stalker 2, sadly died in war for Ukraine while the game was still being worked on. The team made a documentary for the development of Stalker 2, and it paid tribute towards one of their most valued members of their team. And the fact that war was still going on and they continue to work on the game is just incredible. Truly shows the passion the team has to get the game out to the people. Regardless of what's going on in the background, they do not care. So despite the controversy and the fact people are judging the game before it's actually even out is terrible. Like, come on, give the game a chance, guys. Of course, there's going to be optimization issues at launch. It happens with every new AAA game, especially if it's a single player game. Nobody's had the chance to test and run the game for themselves. And on PC, everybody has different specs, so the game might run well for some people and not so well compared to others. The video showcasing the new DLSS feature does not indicate the game isn't well optimized. It was just a few stutters because it's a new game forced at its peak. And plus, from my experience with my RTX 3070 Ti, DLSS just makes my game run worse on anything I put it on besides Fortnite. So who knows, it might just be DLSS itself. It's all that downscaling, and obviously running the game through the Microsoft Store might also be a factor too, since it runs a little bit worse than Steam. I can speak on behalf of all PC Game Pass BL6 players, but hey, we get what we pay for. But the fact people are already mad that the game is a disappointment is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The gameplay looks sick, graphics are decent. I know we have trust issues because of everything that happened in the past with other games. The main people panicking right now are AMD GPU owners, and everybody just hates Unreal Engine 5, calling it an unstable engine. Their first game used X-Ray, a custom game engine in 2007, which is obviously outdated, so they have to jump to something way better, and UE5 is just the next best thing. This switch was greatly needed. We've seen other games run on Unreal Engine and have no problems, but I think people are just on the edge of their seats since Stalker 2 has been in and out of development. And I get it, they don't want anything to go wrong, and everybody's expectations are really high for this game. But the fact they're promoting upscaling technology so much is worrying fans. Last thing you want is this long-awaited game to not function properly. And even though they unbanned the guy, the silencing by the studio themselves was really concerning. I don't know, man. My advice, if you're buying the game straight up, wait for the day one patch and reviews to come out. If you're playing off Game Pass like me, you have nothing to lose, so it's all good. But regardless, I think it's all love. Everybody just wants this game to succeed. Nobody wants Stalker 2 to be a disappointment. But as of right now, things aren't looking so good for Stalker 2. I'm sure after release, the tension will cool down just a bit, since that's when benchmark videos and performance updates come out. But obviously, problems are going to arise. It's like that with every game. Nothing's perfect. The best way to combat this is the devs just got to be ready to work over any issues when the game immediately comes out. out before it gets bombarded with negative reviews. There's no coming back after that. Either way, I'm gonna give the game a shot. These guys have been working so long on this game. They deserve the support. Just wanted to talk on this. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe I'm wrong and then the game's gonna be terrible tomorrow. Let's see. But I don't think it's fair to judge it before release. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.
Loving myself, but it hurts sometimes.